Okay, so if you're planning a trip to Europe anytime soon, say in 2026, you're gonna wanna listen up because the way we travel there is about to change in a huge way. And honestly, most people are not gonna realize it until they're standing at the check-in desk about to find out their vacation is over before it even started. And listen, that's not some hypothetical. That's a direct quote from a real traveler who got caught up in the messy rollout of Europe's new digital border systems. So you can forget those romantic ideas of just getting a quick passport stamp. The reality on the ground, it's turning out to be a whole different story. So let's just cut to the chase. Picture this. You've booked the flight, the hotels are all paid for, but when you go to check in, the agent just shakes their head. You can't board. Why? Because you're missing some new digital permission slip that you've never even heard of. And this isn't some rare or unlucky mistake, you guys. For anyone who's unprepared, this is about to become the new normal. So how can your entire vacation just end at the check-in desk? Well, the single biggest shift here is that the whole idea of border control is moving. It's not just some officer in a booth when you land anymore. Your first and maybe your last hurdle is now the airline itself. Yep, you heard that right. Before an airline can even print your boarding pass, they are now required to digitally check and verify that you have all the necessary paperwork for your destination. If your passport isn't up to snuff, or you're missing a new digital travel pass like ETIAS, they can and they absolutely will deny boarding right then and there. Your trip is over. So what in the world is causing this massive change? Well, it all comes down to three new systems that are basically creating a digital wall around Europe. It's all part of this global move towards tighter security and collecting more data. They're called EES, ETIAS, and the separate UK ETA. And it is so important to understand that they are not the same thing. Okay, think of this slide as your personal cheat sheet. Let's break it down really quick. EES is the system you'll deal with at the actual border. It scans you in and out. It's mandatory, but it's free. ETIAS and the UK ETA, though, they're different. These are permissions you have to apply for and pay for online before you even pack your bags. They're like the digital keys you need just to get your vacation started. First up, let's talk about EES, the entry/exit system. This is officially the end of the passport stamp as we know it. The first time you enter, you'll go to a kiosk, scan your passport, snap a facial photo, and give your fingerprints. That digital record is then good for 3 years. Now here's the crucial part. This system automatically tracks your 90-day stay in the Schengen area. You know, that's the zone of 29 European countries with open borders. The days of accidentally overstaying by a day or two and nobody noticing, yeah, those are over. The system will flag you instantly. And next is ETAS. This is the one that's going to get you at the check-in desk. It's an online application, a lot like the ESTA that people need to visit the United States. And travelers from over 60 countries, we're talking the US, Canada, the UK, will have to fill this out before they go. It costs about €7, it's valid for 3 years, and it's not a visa. But make no mistake, if you show up to the airport without an approved ETAS, you are not getting on that plane. Okay, so that's how it's all supposed to work on paper. But what's the reality on the ground? Well, the initial rollout has been, let's just say it's been less seamless German efficiency and more chaotic traffic jam, causing some real headaches for travelers. And we're not talking about a minor little hiccup here. The airline industry itself is putting out warnings that travelers could face delays of up to 4 hours at border control. Can you just imagine standing in line for that long after an exhausting 10-hour flight? No, thank you. So let's walk through why these crazy delays are happening. People have said they breeze through the first couple of steps at the EES kiosks. You know, scan the passport, take the photo. Easy enough. But then they get to the fingerprint scanner. 1 try, 2 tries, 3, 4, and nothing. Just an error message. And that is the exact moment you go from a fast-moving line to a complete standstill, just waiting for one very overwhelmed staff member to come and help you out. And this quote right here just says it all, doesn't it? A traveler in Rome literally overheard airport staff who are already struggling with their glitchy new system see a whole new plane load of people arriving and just say, oh no. Even the people who are supposed to be running this system are completely unprepared for the sheer volume and the technical glitches. All right, that all sounds pretty grim, I know. But hey, being prepared is half the battle. So let's flip the script. Let's build your playbook, your guide for actually navigating this new travel world successfully. Before you even think about what to pack, this is your new digital checklist. First, your passport. Has it been issued in the last 10 years? Does it have at least 3 to 6 months of validity left? These are things they check now. Next, apply for your ETIS or UK ETA the minute your trip is booked. Don't wait. Screenshot all of your digital documents. A dead phone battery or no Wi-Fi should not be the reason your trip gets derailed. And that means, yes, packing a portable charger is now officially non-negotiable. Want a few pro tips? A couple little hacks that could save you a world of hurt? If you happen to have dual citizenship with an EU country, use that passport. You can sail through the speedy e-gates and skip the whole EES registration thing. But here's a big warning. Your non-EU partner or friend cannot come with you. There's no +1 in that line. They have to go through the standard process. And for all you cruisers out there might be a loophole. If your cruise starts and ends outside the Schengen area, you might be exempt from EES checks on your day trip port calls. You see, what all of this really boils down to is a total mindset shift when it comes to travel. Old school travel was book a ticket and show up. The new way is pre-approve and pre-register. A passport stamp used to be your only record. Now, a digital log is tracking your every single day. And maybe the biggest change of all? You used to be able to explain a small issue to a human border officer. Now an automated system just flags you instantly, with a whole lot less room for conversation. So this leaves us with one big looming question, doesn't it? As Europe moves away from being a just show up and explore kind of destination to one that feels more like a pre-approved, digitally tracked zone, what does that mean for the future of how we travel? With borders this smart and trips this regulated, are we seeing the end of true, spontaneous travel?